Kristin, as I read your post, I began to do some digging and some research of my own when it comes to mental health on college campuses, because I know personally when I was in my undergrad program, they had counseling and psychological services available for all students who were enrolled, even if it was part-time or full-time. However, I was led to an article that is funded by Higher Education Today, written by the American Council on Education. And the article is entitled "The Rise of Mental Health on College Campuses, Protecting the Emotional Health of Our Nation's College Students." And as I read the article, it gave us a few figures in here. Like, it says that only a small percentage of students seek services on an actual college campus. They said 10 to 15% on average. And the struggles on a college campus are severe and vast, to include but not limited to mental health, anxiety, like mental health concerns like anxiety, depression, also substance abuse, physical altercations, rape. All of those things are happening on college campuses, and there is an overwhelming need for mental health, especially within this age group, because you have students, you have individuals ages usually 17 through 21 or 25, where they're going through different shifts and changes in their lives, and they need specific skills and specific even self-care skills to help aid them through this process. As I continue to do a little more research, I read an article by Hendron called "The Unseen Cost," and it was talking about how these numbers have increased over the years, but also how the assistance has increased over the years, and how it continues to grow even throughout the years. That even though this is a serious problem that is taking place, as you mentioned in your post, the research on it specifically is very scarce. And there are programs that are available on campuses, and programs that are available even online to assist students within these parameters. However, sometimes, like you mentioned at the end of your post, and I'll quote you, it says, "The results showed that online interventions had a positive effect on students' likelihood to engage in self-help activities, as well as the follow-up to use campus resources." I do believe that when it comes to the specific age, even though we are encouraging mental health, that mental health is still considered a taboo for a lot of individuals. So with using the online component, I do believe that the online component would help in encouraging them to seek help, as it did for myself when I was in undergrad. I used the online component, and then I did follow up with campus resources, and then also to provide them with different resources that they can use, different books, articles that they can use to even self-enrich and self-empower themselves, that even though they may be going through this, here are some things that they can read and dwell on. So I do believe that this is a problem that should be addressed, and that with more research, I believe that we'll have definitely a more concrete plan of action when it comes to this. One question I do want to ask you when it comes to your post is, what specific barriers do you believe is stopping the mental health needs of the students? So when it comes to providing resources, I know a lot of universities are now putting extra effort into that, but what do you believe are some of the barriers that are stopping or hindering these college students from receiving mental health